And good evening. It's Monday night. It's 7 o'clock, and this is ChildServ. And of course, ChildServ is a 117-year-old organization. It's a multi-service social organization in Chicago, and we are involved in assisting children, at-risk children, and their families. We work with foster care and adoption services. We also do residential programs in group homes and transitional living, and we also are involved with support of grandparents who are involved with the families, and we are also involved in early childhood. Tonight we're going to talk about one of our programs, which is called HIPPY. HIPPY, and we have with us Velma, and Velma is involved with the HIPPY program, and we're going to start with asking you, what exactly does HIPPY stand for, please?
HIPPY stands for Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters.
Okay, and let's talk about a little bit about the program itself, and what does that mean?
HIPPY is a program that is a parent involvement program that empowers parents to become their children's first teacher. HIPPY has a 30-week curriculum with 9 books. They have their individual family educators that come out on a weekly basis, and they learn how to instruct their children on different educational skills.
Okay. Before we go any farther, let me say, as I do every week, that if you are listening and you have a question regarding this program tonight, please call in at 312-738-1060, which is the number on your screen. I will also suggest that if you want more information about this program or any of the programs that ChildServ is involved with, to please go to our website, which is behind me, www.childserv.org. As far as this program is concerned, so it's for preschool children, is that correct?
It's for parents of preschool children, between ages 3 to 5.
3 to 5. How do they approach ChildServ? How do they know that we operate this program? As far as what do we do to get the word out?
Well, we do recruitment. We have word of mouth. We have parents that's been in the program before that refers parents to the program, and we also have a lot of returning parents that are so satisfied with the program and the experience that themselves and their children get by being involved in the program.
Okay. Now, I know, as we have said just about every week that we've been on now, that ChildServ is involved with a number of programs throughout DuPage County and Lake County and Cook County, as well as in the city of Chicago. This program is involved in those areas, or is it involved in a particular geographic area?
Well, the ChildServ HIPPY program has certain areas that they service,
okay,
which is the Austin area, the Inglewood community, and the Humboldt Park community.
Okay, and so those are primary areas, or those are the only areas by contract, or that
those are the only areas by contract
that we are involved with right now?
Yes.
Okay. What happens if someone calls from an area or someplace geographically just outside of that area? Are we able to help those people, or refer them to?
We can refer them to other agencies or programs that may be able to help them with that may have another early childhood service.
Okay. All right. Now, as far as the early childhood program that that we have, HIPPY, you said that educators come out to the home. Okay. Who are these educators, and how do they become educators, and enough that they are that responsible to be able to go out to the home and do this kind of work? Are they certified, or how does that work?
Well, they are trained.
Okay.
They are parents that went through the program, but they are trained yearly on how to implement the program, and they do go through professional development yearly.
I see. And are they trained by ChildServ?
Well, they're trained by me, myself, and then they're also...
I knew that. Go ahead.
And they also have the opportunity to take courses through Chicago Public Schools. They have workshops and things that the family educators can take.
So there are actually courses that parents can take that would certify them, so to speak, for this HIPPY program. Is that what?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that the parents, the family educators that are now working for ChildServ to go out and train the parents, instruct the parents on the curriculum, they were prior parents. They were parents that went through the program, and so they've been involved in the program. We haven't had turnover rate in the family educators, so they've been working with ChildServ for a number of years.
For a number of years?
Yes.
How long has ChildServ been doing this program?
About 22 years, I think. It's been around,
Quite a bit of time. Quite a bit of time. And how is this, so that people will understand how we operate this, how is this funded?
It's funded through private funders. It's free to the parents. That's something that I think the parents should know, that it's a free program.
Right.
It costs nothing, and all the materials and everything are supplied. And in addition to the curriculum, parents, we also provide resources and other kind of things that they may need to help them, sustain better lives. Resources that sometimes it's hard for them to access. We play a great part in helping them with that also. So we service the child and the family.
And the family total.
Yes.
Okay, again, if you have any questions regarding this program, if you have children in that age group 3 to 5,
yes,
and you would like to possibly get this service, and it comes out to your home, these educators come out to your home and work with you and work with your children, and this is really wonderful prior to school.
Yes.
Prior to the school. Please give us a call, 312-738-1060 if you have a question, or go to our website and you can get more information as to how to get involved in this program. When people come out, the educators come out to the home, and they're working with the parents and the children within that age group, and let's say that there are siblings that are just a little bit out of that age group, like other programs that we have on Healthy Fit and the other programs, are these other children, like maybe at the age of 6 or 7, are they able to take advantage of this? Are they able to be a part of this by being in the home? You said that we take care of the family.
Well, no, actually, it's a parent involvement program. The staff doesn't work directly with the child. The educators work with the parent.
Okay.
So the parent then in turn work with the child.
Okay.
So it's helping. There's several goals. One is to create that bond between the parent and child, and to get the parent the skills necessary to prepare their preschooler for the school system. So it's a school readiness program also.
I see. And as far as, I think within the program, you correct me if I'm wrong, but within the program there is also a community type of networking that goes on that the parents can be involved with.
Yes, we have monthly parent meetings, and they're called group meetings, and we cover various topics, and we encourage parents to network amongst each other to kind of like get them out of the isolation mode of just being at home by themselves with their children. So they have an opportunity to network with parents at our group meetings. There's various topics, and mostly we try and provide the topics that is of interest to the parents.
I see. And these, the group meetings are within the geographic area we're talking about,
Exactly.
I would assume.
Yes. So we try and have the group meetings at locations that are convenient for the parents to get to.
I see. So they're not necessarily in a person's home, that would do this. It's in a setting within the community.
Within the community.
Okay,
yes.
where people can come to this.
Exactly.
And do that. Okay, and the group meetings are. The parents are contacted. They know that these group meetings, when they occur, when they're going to be.
Yeah, during the home visit, when the family educators are with the parents, even though they cover the curriculum, they provide them with a lot of information. They let them know what's coming up on the calendar, ask them if they're interested in coming. So the family educators keep in contact and communicate with the parents.
Okay, so burning question that I have. How does this relate then, this program, which is for 3 to 5, how does this relate then to the children and the public schools? How do the public schools recognize this program as to what the children are getting as far as this education, if you will, from 3 to 5 prior to going into school? So is there a working relationship there at all with CPS, with the public school system?
Well, there's not a formal working relationship with CPS. But what we do is, if there are some services that the family needs, sometimes we refer them to CPS for further evaluations if the child have special needs or need further evaluation for certain things. But I have found that one of the misconceptions about the HIPPY program is that because some of the children are actually in CPS Head Start programs,
right,
and a lot of parents are reluctant to participate because they are in CPS Head Start programs. But HIPPY is also an enhancement, and the curriculum follows the Illinois state standards. So it's an enhancement for children that are already with CPS, and it's not a competition or, their children have to leave a program that they're already in. But they should look at it as an enhancement.
That's great. That's really where I wanted you to come to with regards to folks that might be listening. And again, it's 312-738-1060. But folks who might be listening and who are involved or have children who are involved with the Head Start program and obviously do not want to lose that participation, I wanted to make sure that those folks listening would understand that this can be, as you call it, an enhancement.
Exactly.
This is going to be something that can be used in addition to the Head Start program.
Absolutely.
And I'm assuming that the educators who work with the parents, the kind of work that they do would, as far as enhancement is concerned, would be along the lines of what the Head Start program is all about.
Yes. So it complements each other, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
So when the HIPPY program, and you want to say that again because we said it at the top of the program. You want to say what HIPPY is. So again, if somebody just came on and they won't know what we're talking about.
Okay. HIPPY is the Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters.
Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters.
Yes.
That's HIPPY, and that's what we're talking about this evening. Okay, so now, and I think that it was really important, and I don't want to leave it for a moment, as far as the Head Start is concerned, because Head Start is the kind of program that it is, and this is something that could very well dovetail into or work with the Head Start program, so that not only are those children 3 to 5 getting the background and the information of Head Start, but also within their home, when they're not at Head Start, they could also get the assistance from their parents who are getting what we are providing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And I'm assuming that and you said that the curriculum, if you will, or the program is quite close to.
Yes, it's correlated with the Illinois state standards. So children are gaining the skills necessary for them to be ready for school.
I see.
And in addition to that, the parents are also learning the educational jargon in child development that they otherwise wouldn't know, as far as what is fine motor skill, what is the gross motor skills, what is reading readiness. So it's a lot of different terms with the parents. They gain a lot of knowledge so that they are well able to advocate for their children once they get inside of the Chicago public school system.
I see.
So they're empowered also to become advocates and be more involved.
And so by saying that, then I'm assuming that what you're talking about here is that if, in fact, and you mentioned before about special skills and special needs, that if a parent, by getting this information and getting this kind of instruction from our program, identifies a particular special need that their child might have, that on behalf of the child they can advocate prior to going into CPS or when they get there, that the child might need assistance, more assistance, special assistance in this particular area. And I would imagine that that's really something very good, because it doesn't take away then, once the child is in the school, it doesn't take a longer time to identify that.
Exactly, absolutely.
Okay. Is this program connected on a national level at all as far as education is concerned? Or
Yes, HIPPY is a national program, HIPPY USA, and they have HIPPY programs throughout the nation.
Throughout the nation for in different cities for children who are doing. And is it usually not-for-profit organizations like ChildServ that is involved? Would you know in presenting this program in a community?
I'm really not sure if they're all non-for-profit.
Okay. Would some be within the school systems? Or this is not something that
No, they would not be.
This is outside of the school
Exactly,
system.
right.
Okay. And again, if you have a question, please feel free to call the number on the screen, and it's 312-738-1060, and we have a person off camera who is willing to, and able to take your call and let us know that you are waiting to ask your question. So please feel free to call us, or again to go to our website as far as getting more information about this program is concerned. How do, I'm assuming that this is going to be primarily taken advantage of by parents who really want to be involved with their children. What about the parents that are sort of borderline, or they are working parents, and they're not necessarily at home? Where I'm getting with this is, if a parent is a working mom or dad, but wants to do this kind of a program, are we flexible in the hours or when we meet with these folks?
Yes, we basically schedule the home visits according to the parent's schedule. So we're very flexible. If a parent wants to visit after 5, we try our best to accommodate them.
I see. And is this, and you might have said it, so forgive me if but is this once a week, or how many times and what's the schedule usually for something like
There are
this?
weekly visits. Weekly visits, and 30 lessons. The visits take about 30 to 45 minutes per visit. And again, it's just with the parent and the family educator. And they role play. After the role play, the parent then is left with 5 lessons, one that they can do for each day of the week that they do with their child. The lessons are about 15 minutes each, and we try and stress to parents that we don't want them to to get into the habit of getting a little discouraged because the child is not completing the lessons correctly. It's the introduction, it's the the taste of the skill, and they can always expand on it later. And we encourage them to go at the pace of the child. If the child can only focus on the lesson for 10 minutes, it's okay. Do it for 10 minutes, and give the child a break, and then come back and you can do the other 5 minutes. But the concept is for the parents to get into the habit of working one-on-one with their child and building that bond.
Okay. And as far as building that bond is concerned and working with the child, if the child does not get the program that day, what the class is, that the parent is working with, do you suggest that they revisit that the next day before they go on to the next one, or?
No, we don't. What we do is give them modified versions. If a child is not quite at that level, we give them, you can address it at a watered down version. If the child is a little advanced, we give them extension ideas on how to work with their child if they're at an advanced level. So pretty much we give them a less challenging version, and then one that can help the child that have excelled or need a little more.
I see. But you think that they should, you stress that the parents should go each day to the next one and not just stay on one until they think that they can get it. They should continue to move on.
Right, because of the way that the lessons are designed is that it's a continuation of the lesson prior. So it's built and it's step by step.
So it's a step,
yes.
Step by step.
Yes.
We have a caller on the line at this time, so welcome. And what is your question, please? Hello?
I would like to know what age group you all work with as children.
Would you turn down your TV volume because we're not hearing you, please?
Is that better?
Yes, thank you. Go right ahead. Now, what was your question, please?
What age group of children do you all work with?
Ages 3 to 5.
Oh, the reason I ask is because I have a child about 15 and also a neighbor child that's going through some things, and I just wanted to know what age group it was. Maybe you all can help myself and my neighbor learn to deal with our children in a transition of growing up. So I was hoping that it was, an age group that would accommodate myself and my neighbor.
As far as instruction,
well, I think she's talking, thank you very much for the question, and I think she's talking a little bit more about on a social level than on an education level. She was talking about children who are teenagers and who are in that age, of being a teenager. I'm not sure. What you might want to do is, again, go to our website, which is behind me, www.childserv.org, and take a look at the other programs that we operate. And if you see something that might be of interest to you, that we might be able to help, please call us, and we will make contact with you and try very hard to accommodate or to provide service and assistance for you. I was going to ask you, speaking of something like that, I think you might have mentioned, in addition to the educational part of this, which is the 3 to 5 years, and the programs that, you lay out, the educator lays out for the parents. In your comment about taking care of the whole family, I know that in some of the other programs that we operate, we bring in, for example, Healthy Fit, and we bring in other programs that would be enhancements to the family. What types of programs that we have, or that perhaps we might be able to send the parents to, how do we operate, how do we work with that?
Well, we do referrals.
Okay.
I know that with HIPPY, we do refer children to the Healthy Fit program.
Okay.
But sometimes we have to send work with our community partners.
Perfect.
And things that we're not able to provide, like workshops. We do different workshops on stress and everything. We partnership with other agencies to make sure that our families receive the resources that they need.
Okay, so we do, as ChildServ tries to do, we try to take care of the at-risk children and their families in a comprehensive way, so that if there's a health-related issue or a psychological issue that we might see, the educators being there, and working with the parent, that we might be able to either bring in some of the services that we have, or we might be able to refer them to services that we know of.
Right.
Okay, this is our program for the evening, and I want to thank Velma for being here and for the good work that she does in this program. And I ask you to join us again next Monday evening when we will be talking about another ChildServ program. Thank you very much for your time, and have a good evening.